Hello, everyone. Today I want to share something really exciting with you, something that can completely change how you practice English. We're going to talk about using artificial intelligence tools to improve your English skills. And the best part? These tools are available to you right now for free. I know what you might be thinking. AI sounds complicated, right? But here's the truth. It's actually much simpler than you imagine. And it's going to become your new best friend for learning English. By the end of our time together today, you'll know exactly how to use these amazing tools to practice speaking, writing, and thinking in English every single day. Let me ask you something. How often do you get to practice real conversations in English? If you're like most English learners, probably not as much as you'd like. Maybe you don't have English-speaking friends nearby. Maybe you feel nervous talking to native speakers. Or maybe you just want to practice at your own pace without feeling judged. Well, AI can solve all of these problems for you. Artificial intelligence has come so far in recent years. These tools can understand you, respond to you, and even help correct your mistakes. They're like having a patient English teacher available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And they never get tired of answering your questions. The three main AI tools I want to tell you about today are ChatGPT, DeepSeek, and Gemini. Each one has its own special features, but they all share one important thing. They can help you practice English in ways that weren't possible just a few years ago. Let's start with ChatGPT. This is probably the most famous AI tool right now. ChatGPT was created by a company called OpenAI, and it's designed to have conversations that feel natural and helpful. When you talk to ChatGPT, it's like texting with a very knowledgeable friend who knows almost everything about almost everything. But here's what makes ChatGPT special for English learners. You can ask it to adjust its language level to match yours. You can say, "Please use simple English," or "I'm a beginner, so speak slowly and use easy words." And ChatGPT will do exactly that. It's like having a teacher who can instantly change their teaching style to match your needs. You can practice so many different things with ChatGPT. Want to practice ordering food at a restaurant? Ask ChatGPT to pretend to be a waiter. Want to practice a job interview? ChatGPT can be your interviewer. Want to learn about American culture? ChatGPT can explain holidays, traditions, and social customs in simple English that you can understand. I remember when I first started teaching English, I wished I could be available for my students all the time. When they had questions at midnight, when they wanted to practice on weekends, when they needed help with homework. ChatGPT makes this possible. Your AI teacher never sleeps. Now let's talk about DeepSeek. This is a newer AI tool that's becoming very popular, especially because it's completely free to use. DeepSeek is really good at understanding context, which means it remembers what you talked about earlier in your conversation. This is perfect for English practice because you can have longer, more natural conversations. One thing I love about DeepSeek is how it handles corrections. If you make a grammar mistake, you can ask DeepSeek to point it out and explain the correct way. But it does this in a gentle, helpful way. It's not like a strict teacher marking your paper with red ink. It's more like a friendly tutor who wants to help you improve. DeepSeek is also excellent for creative writing practice. You can ask it to help you write stories, emails, or essays. You can say, "Help me write an email to my boss," or "I want to practice describing my hometown." DeepSeek will not only help you write, but it will also explain why certain words or phrases work better than others. The third tool I want to share with you is Gemini. This is Google's AI assistant, and it has some unique features that make it great for English learners. One of the best things about Gemini is that it can help you with pronunciation. You can ask it to break down difficult words syllable by syllable. Gemini is also connected to Google's search engine, which means it can give you the most current information. If you want to practice talking about recent news, current events, or trending topics, Gemini is perfect for this. You can have conversations about what's happening in the world right now, using real, up-to-date information. Another thing I love about Gemini is how it handles cultural questions. Learning English isn't just about grammar and vocabulary. It's also about understanding culture, social situations, and how people really communicate. Gemini can explain American slang, help you understand jokes, and teach you about social customs. Now, let me share some practical ways you can use these AI tools to improve your English. These are techniques I've seen work for thousands of students, and I know they'll work for you too. First, start with daily conversations. Every morning, pick one AI tool and have a 5-minute conversation about your day. Talk about what you did yesterday, what you plan to do today, and how you're feeling. This simple practice will improve your fluency faster than you can imagine. You can say something like, "Good morning, ChatGPT. Yesterday I went to the store and bought some groceries. I'm planning to cook dinner for my family tonight. I'm feeling a little nervous because it's a new recipe." Then, let the AI respond and continue the conversation naturally. Second, use AI for vocabulary building. Instead of memorizing word lists, have conversations using new words. If you learn the word enthusiastic, don't just write it down. Use it in a conversation with your AI partner. Say, "I'm very enthusiastic about learning English with AI tools." The AI will respond, and you'll see how the word is used in context. Third, practice specific situations. Are you planning to travel to an English-speaking country? Practice conversations you might have at airports, hotels, and restaurants. Are you preparing for a job interview? Practice common interview questions with your AI partner. The AI can play different roles and help you prepare for real-life situations. Fourth, ask for feedback. This is one of the most powerful features of these AI tools. You can say, "Please check my grammar in that last sentence," or "Did I use the right word there?" The AI will give you instant feedback and help you improve. Fifth, practice writing skills. Ask the AI to help you write emails, letters, or essays. But don't just ask it to write for you. Ask it to help you improve your own writing. Say, "I wrote this paragraph. Can you help me make it better?" This way, you're still doing the work, but you're getting expert guidance. Let me share a story about one of my students, Maria. She was from Mexico and struggled with confidence in English conversations. She was afraid to make mistakes when talking to native speakers. I suggested she start practicing with ChatGPT every day for just 10 minutes. At first, Maria's conversations were very simple. She would talk about the weather, her family, and her job. But ChatGPT was patient and encouraging. It never made her feel embarrassed about mistakes. Slowly, Maria's confidence grew. She started having longer conversations, asking more complex questions, and expressing her opinions about different topics. After 3 months of daily practice with AI, Maria told me something amazing. She said, "I'm not afraid to speak English anymore. I had a 30-minute conversation with my American neighbor yesterday, and it felt natural." The AI practice had given her the confidence she needed for real-world conversations. Here's something important to remember. These AI tools are not meant to replace human interaction. They're meant to prepare you for human interaction. Think of them as training wheels on a bicycle. They help you build confidence and skills, so when you do talk to native speakers, you're ready. I also want to address some concerns you might have about using AI for language learning. Some people worry that AI isn't perfect, that it might teach incorrect information. While it's true that AI isn't 100% perfect, neither are human teachers. The key is to use AI as one tool among many in your English learning journey. Another concern is that talking to AI isn't real conversation practice. But here's what I've observed in my years of teaching. Students who practice regularly with AI become much more confident and fluent in real conversations. The AI practice builds the foundation that makes human interaction easier and more enjoyable. Let me give you some specific conversation starters you can use with any of these AI tools. These will help you get started if you're not sure what to talk about. For daily practice, you can say, "Tell me about your day, and I'll tell you about mine." Even though AI doesn't have days like humans do, it will play along and create an engaging conversation. For learning about culture, try saying, "Explain American holiday traditions to me like I'm visiting the United States for the first time." The AI will give you useful cultural information in simple, clear language. For vocabulary practice, say, "I want to learn 10 new words about cooking. Please teach me these words through a conversation about making dinner." This makes vocabulary learning fun and memorable. For grammar practice, try, "I want to practice using past tense verbs. Let's have a conversation about what we did last weekend." The AI will naturally use past tense verbs, and you can practice using them too. For pronunciation help, say, "I have trouble pronouncing words that end in th. Can you give me examples and help me practice?" The AI can break down these sounds and give you lots of practice opportunities. Now, let's talk about setting up a practice routine with AI tools. Consistency is much more important than long study sessions. It's better to practice for 15 minutes every day than to practice for 2 hours once a week. I recommend starting with just 5 minutes a day. Choose one AI tool and have a simple conversation. Maybe talk about what you ate for breakfast or describe the weather outside your window. Keep it simple and fun. As you get more comfortable, you can increase your practice time and try more complex conversations. You might spend 10 minutes talking about your hobbies, 15 minutes discussing a news article, or 20 minutes practicing a work presentation. Here's a weekly practice schedule that works well for many of my students. Monday, practice everyday conversations. Tuesday, focus on vocabulary building. Wednesday, work on grammar through conversation. Thursday, practice specific situations like shopping or traveling. Friday, have a fun, casual conversation about topics you enjoy. Weekend, review the week and practice anything you found challenging. Remember, the goal isn't perfection. The goal is progress. Every conversation you have, every mistake you make and learn from, every new word you use correctly, that's all progress. And AI tools make it possible to make this progress every single day. One of the most beautiful things about using AI for English practice is that you can explore topics you're genuinely interested in. If you love cooking, have conversations about recipes and cooking techniques. If you're interested in travel, discuss different countries and cultures. If you enjoy sports, talk about games and players. When you practice English through topics you care about, learning becomes enjoyable instead of feeling like work. I also want to encourage you to be creative with your AI practice. Don't just have normal conversations. Ask the AI to role-play different scenarios. Pretend you're a tour guide showing someone around your city. Pretend you're a teacher explaining something you know well. Pretend you're a customer service representative helping someone solve a problem. These role-playing exercises are incredibly valuable for building real-world English skills. Another powerful technique is to ask the AI to change its personality or speaking style. You can say, "Please talk to me like you're a friendly grandmother," or "Speak to me like you're a professional business person," or "Talk to me like you're a casual friend my age." This exposes you to different ways English is used in different social situations. Don't forget about asking questions. One of the best ways to improve your English is to become comfortable asking questions in English. Practice asking for clarification, asking for examples, and asking for more information. You can say things like, "What do you mean by that?" Or, "Can you give me an example?" Or, "Could you explain that in a different way?" These question-asking skills are essential for real conversations. As we near the end of our time together, I want to remind you of something important. Learning English is a journey, not a destination. There will be days when you feel like you're making great progress and days when you feel stuck. This is completely normal. AI tools can help you through both the good days and the challenging days. On days when you feel confident, use AI to challenge yourself. Have complex conversations, discuss abstract topics, practice advanced grammar structures. Push yourself to use the AI tools for more sophisticated practice. On days when you feel less confident, use AI for comfort and support. Have simple conversations, review basic concepts, and practice things you already know well. Let the AI tools build you back up and remind you of how much you've already learned. The most important thing is to keep going. Keep practicing, keep learning, keep improving, and remember that every English learner in the world has access to these same amazing AI tools. You're not alone in this journey. These AI tools, ChatGPT, DeepSeek, and Gemini, they're not just technology. They're your study partners, your practice buddies, your patient teachers. They're available whenever you need them, ready to help you become the English speaker you want to be. I'm excited for you to start this AI-powered English learning adventure. I know that with consistent practice and the right tools, you can achieve your English goals faster than you ever thought possible. The future of English learning is here, and it's more accessible and effective than ever before. So what are you waiting for? Choose one of these AI tools today. Start with a simple 5-minute conversation. Introduce yourself, talk about your English learning goals, and begin this incredible journey. Your future English-speaking self will thank you for taking this first step. Remember, every expert was once a beginner. Every fluent English speaker once struggled with the same things you're struggling with now. But with AI tools by your side, you have advantages that previous generations of English learners could only dream of. The path to English fluency is right in front of you. These AI tools are your guides, your companions, and your teachers. Use them well, practice consistently, and watch your English skills grow stronger every single day. Thank you for joining me today. Now go out there and start practicing English with AI. Your English-speaking future begins right now with your very first AI conversation. Good luck and happy learning.